Ayan na, kamusta kayo dyan mga kamet? I hope nakakonect pa itong live natin dito. Ayan, medyo lumabas tayo ng konti, grabe. Hirap talaga yung time zone difference dito dahil sa 7 hours difference. So ito na mukhang finalized na itong arrest warrant kay Quiboloy. Ito na, na-sign na ni Mick Zubiri after all of those delays. Finally, itong Quiboloy case. So, Rizal Tiveros finally got what she wanted. But my sense is, again, if you look at the timing, mukhang, I don't know, I'm not trying to overread into it, but with BBM back, siguro na-clear na ni BBM yan na, okay, go ahead na kayo. And yung ibang tao naman dyan, pwede na maghugas kamay at sabihin nila, wala naman silang kinalaman. They're just following the routine and all of that and essentially put it all on Hontiveros. So mukhang yun ang pong nangyari ngayon. So finally, itong Quiboloy Arrest is happening. Obviously, the next question is enforcement. So we're gonna wait for updates over the next hours, guys, kung magkakaroon ng enforcement na itong arrest na to, whether ito si Quiboloy is already here. I mean, here, sorry, not here in Europe, but si Quiboloy ay nandyan pa sa Pilipinas, mukhang andun pa naman. And how are the circumstances of the arrest gonna be? And then is he gonna show up for hearings? How things are gonna go? So, ang dami mga uncharted territories, guys, na pwede natin pasok ngayon. And again, this drama can play out in 1,000 different ways. But the fact that the delay happened, but eventually it still happened, medyo, that also tells you the direction of things. That mukhang many things that were considered na unthinkable or politically infeasible or too crazy and out of this world, that those things are increasingly within the realm of possibility. Kaya as I said, it's hard to separate while technically totally different what's happening to Quiboloy dun sa situation ni Digong. Because Quiboloy was seen as untouchable just a few years ago, or even just the other year, right? And I mean, just the level of influence he has had, just the level of intimacy and closeness with Duterte has had, just the level of power SMNI has had, or just the level of entitlement they may have had, the entitlement to question, Marcos Jr. Day one pa lang, naalala ko yung isa sa mga pinakamalaking signs na itong unity was in trouble was right after nung sa first State of the Nation address ni BBM, when he did not mention at all itong federalism or charter change or any of the issues that are very close to the heart of the Duterte. He didn't mention all of those things. So now you have this situation whereby eto na, mukhang delikado ng SMNI, mukhang the looming arrest of Quiboloy could set in motion a whole sets of events, no? Na mahirap i-anticipate, guys. Na mahirap i-anticipate. But again, we're entering really uncharted territories here. Anyway, guys, ang dami natin kailangan pag-usapan. Actually, kahapon, no, dito sa Germany, nakapunta tayo dun sa office ng kanilang chancellor, yung version nila ng presidente. Although they have technically a president na more symbolic. So ito yung parang prime minister, president nila. And we had very good discussions with yung chancellor in Germany. So I'll give some updates on that. Obviously, I cannot share the exact, confidential Chatham House rules, these things that we discussed. But let me just say that very optimistic ako dito sa direction ng German-Philippine relations. Kung sympathetic talaga mga Aleman dun sa Pilipinas, sa struggle natin sa West Philippine Sea, sa pangangailangan natin pagdating sa strategic investments sa mga others. So, pag-usapan natin yan. But obviously, as you can see, guys, even if Anong pinagsasabi? So, yan naman yung mga trolls. So, even if, guys, even if ang dami nangyari exciting dito internationally, mga others dito sa Europe, dito sa geopolitical fronts, as you know, of course, Secretary Blinken was also there in Manila today, and marami silang pinag-usapan, ng mga others pinag-usapan, of course, yung West Philippine Sea, nasa hyperdrive mode na daw yung Philippine-US relations, and that, ang laki daw ng all the way, mukhang mag-all the way ng Philippine-US. So, ang dami rin mga issues na kailangang pag-usapan, including yung sa Taiwan, sa Batanes, upcoming Balikatan exercises, and most importantly, of course, guys, itong trilateral meeting between President Marcos Jr., Prime Minister Kishida of Japan, and President Joe Biden in the White House, my understanding is. So some big things are also happening on that front. Pero yun nga dahil napaka-crazy, medyo loko yung ating politika sa Pilipinas at dahil ang laki ng epekto nito pagdating sa ating foreign policy dahil yung away ng mga Dutertes and Marcoses or at least Marcos Jr. for that matter, ewan ko dyan, Amy, may kinalaman lahat yan sa China. May kinalaman lahat yan sa US, China dynamics sa West Philippine Sea, in addition to, of course, other issues. So, pag-usapan natin lahat yan, mga guys. Thank you so much sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin, sumusuporta sa atin, nagsusubscribe sa atin. Let me just say, again, we're keeping track of everything vital, everything important back home. So please don't hopefully tuloy-tuloy yung pag-subscribe, pag-comment, pag-suggestions, things that we need to talk about. Baka kailangan natin mag-arrange din ng R&R soon. With si Ronald Llamas and all, and we're looking at also at ways to hopefully arrange in-person, kind of an open field discussion ng politika, lahat ng pangyayari sa bansa, because I think things are gonna get even more interesting in the coming days, in the coming months, and potentially for the coming years in the Philippines. Dahil nga sa itong Duterte, Quiboloy dynamic, but also itong Philippines becoming more and more important internationally, dahil sa West Philippine Sea, dahil sa China angle, dahil sa Taiwan issue. That is very, very important. Very, very important. So, things change very, very fast. Things change very, very fast. So it's exciting. It's a bit scary. It's a bit anxious, but it's change, it's dynamism, and in a way, it's also hope. So, tignan natin ano mangyari on this front. Mukhang hindi lang mga Dutertes are in trouble. Another ex-populist in power, ex-president populist in power, si Bolsonaro sa Brazil, is facing also impending arrest. So, hindi lang si Quiboloy. And who knows, guys, maybe even Trump, may news din kanina, nahirapan siya mag-raise ng bill na more than almost $500 million. Bail, sorry, not bill, bail. Let's see, but the Dutertes must be in a tricky situation right now, and I wonder anong strategy nila dito. Obviously, you cannot really count out the Dutertes. They will always be up to something. They'll always try to come up with something. So I wonder also what is the strategy of President Marcos Jr. and people around him, his advisors, in terms of making sure na, diba, hindi makakaroon ng gulo or anything like that. Because my expectation is, I mean, of course, si Junior going all around the world, medyo Magellan Junior, getting support right and left, feeling good, feeling great. But Marcos Jr. should know his major challenges are really back home right now, and he'll have to deal with them decisively on his own terms, right? He's the commander-in-chief after all, and as the president of the republic, he has to set the tone. I know he came into power in alliance with Duterte. That is clearly falling apart, or worse than that. Obviously, he has to still come clean dun sa kasaysayan nila, dun sa mga maling ginawa ng panahon ng dictatorship. He has to come strong against corruption and push really for good governance. A lot of things sabihin sa Pilipinas. Ang dami gulo. But yun nga, we're just hoping that the Marcos team are preparing for any major contingencies, because the Quiboloy people, yung nakita natin, medyo nag-show of force naman sila dun sa kanilang event. And that's not even with the probability of his arrest in mind. Now imagine kung the arrest is coming, then imagine the drama that will happen. And hindi mo maisisisi si Quiboloy na kampante siya ngayon, or defiant siya ngayon, or tinitroll ng Senado, or sabi nga ni Riza Ontiveros, parang halos binabastos na lang yung institution ng Senado. Kaya kailangan talaga mag-action si Zubiri and to do something decisive. I mean, having said all of those things, I mean, what always gave Quiboloy confidence is the Duterte connection. The father is now, kind of administrator, de facto kind of, how should I put it, diba, siya yung parang caretaker, diba, ng mga, properties, everything of Quiboloy, and that guy is, he has a lot. But more importantly, Sara Duterte, the number 2, the vice president, she's there. And as I said, dun sa isang RRM edition natin, pinag-usapan natin na pahamak si Quiboloy kay Sara because pinahirapan niya si Sara na mag-play safe, because the Sara strategy was always to keep some healthy dissent between the two sides. That's going to be much more difficult right now. But having said that, Quiboloy is going to juice it out. He's going to really leverage itong Duterte connection at itong support coming from from Sara Duterte in the coming days and coming months. So let's see how these things will go. I have to go back dun sa talks and conferences natin. Maraming salamat guys. God bless. And pagkasa lang, hope for the best. God bless. Ingat.